You make it look so easy. When I play my kid's piano at home, it doesn't sound that good. It's more like the Snoopy's theme. Ding, 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 ding.
Well, it was a little like that when I was a little kid too, actually.
How old were you when you first started playing piano?
I started when I was about 5 years old. I was very taken by music, and it led me to the piano. Grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and just especially Christmas time.
Yeah.
You know, this was the time when it was so joyful to play and to celebrate through music, as it continues to be. It's one of the reasons that I tour so much at the holiday time. I just it's such a joyful thing, and it brings so much spirit.
Right. Well, and you're kicking off the holidays really for all of Portland this week. I mean, starting tonight after the show, we're all headed down to Pioneer Courthouse Square for the Christmas tree lighting at 5:30 that takes place, and you have a giant show at the Newmark on Sunday night.
Yeah, and it's been a long time since we've played in Portland for holidays and kicking off the entire tour called Comfort and Joy. And so I'm really glad about being able to play here Sunday, and even more happy about playing today because it gives me a chance to rehearse.
Oh, good.
A little
good.
bit.
I'm glad we can be in the audience with you for that one.
You know, if I'm going to sound really good on Joy of the World, I better play it a couple times.
Exactly. Listen, I'm a huge fan of yours. I love the piano, and being a country boy in country music, you've worked with some of Nashville's rising stars. It's unbelievable. Sarah Evans, Lady Antebellum, Martina McBride. How did those people come in your repertoire of music, and tell us about it? I mean, how did they find you?
Well, you know, I really am. I self-describe as a songwriter. You know, somebody say, you know, a lot of people think of me as a piano player, and of course I am. But the thing that I've been my whole life is a songwriter. And when you're a songwriter, one of the coolest things in the world is to have your songs brought to life by amazing singers. Mm-hmm. And you know, I find that a lot of the best singers are country, because most of the time these songs are stories. They're telling a story, so they have to be able to communicate that story, and that's what great songs are, stories.
Sure.
And so when I write it, I hear these people in my mind. And the first time it happened was with Martina McBride. I had invited her to sing the song Valentine on my album. And it was my second album. I was just starting. I mean, you know, people didn't know me, and she sang it, and it was so beautiful. It was like the stars were aligning. You know, it came out at the right time. It introduced my music. It introduced her to a new audience, and I think a lot of people saw that collaboration as a way of crossing genres and saying, you know, just because she sings country music doesn't mean she's a country singer.
Right.
And just like I play the piano solo doesn't mean I'm a new age. I just play music.
Right.
And I play my music. And so then it started where, you know, people started to get to know that. And so then Colin Ray and on The Gift, and then so many wonderful people. Richie McDonald,
Kenny Loggins you've performed
Kenny
with?
Loggins, he sang in my album The Gift, and Carly Simon, and you know, Wayne Brady, and you know, Jane Krakowski for Broadway, and Herb Alpert playing trumpet, and you know, Johnny Mathis, Kenny Rogers.
Wow.
You know, those kind of things to me are just, I still am in a pinch me, you know, moment. Not as much as when I was put on tour with Olivia Newton-John. That was really I was like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, and then I thought, wow, you know, how do I tell her that I had the Totally Hot poster on my wall when I was a little
Not
kid?
the Grease
It's
poster.
like, when do I tell her that? You know?
At the very end.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't want to stop him. I want to hear more about the music industry and people you've performed with, but the music is too beautiful. You guys ready for some more great music? All right, let's do it.
Thank you so much.